Alright everyone, Wonderbot here, and welcome to Orcs Must Die 3 on the Stadia. I had ultimately zero interest in playing this game at first. Well, not this game, anything on the Stadia, really, until this game. And I was like, oh, okay, this alone will convince me to try the free trial, and then probably stop and come back to this when it's actually out on any other platform, because ultimately, I don't need subscription services that offer me a bunch of games. Biggest problem with that is just, like, I already own almost every game in existence that was made after 2010. And so it's really difficult for me to even care about platforms like this, because, like, what am I even going to do with it? I'll sub for, like, one game? I can't. Yeah. Microsoft keeps trying to get me to do the Games Pass, and I'm like, what's the point? I'm loaded on games. So anyway, we're going to dive into this for at least a little while, see if it's actually good. And then if it is really good, then we regretfully wait until it actually comes out on a platform that I can play it on. So I'm going to play it on War Mage, solo play. I could play it multiplayer, but I don't want to force anybody else to sign up for this either.
Maximilian is gone. No one knows where he is. He left the Order, he left me, with these children. Born with the ability to use rift magic, Egan had no idea how powerful he was. Kelsey was the most studious novice in the Order, but she lacked control. I had to test their capabilities. A real ogre would have eaten you by now.
Sorry, sorceress.
You will wish for that fate before long.
Think he's ever coming back?
Wow, it's like you're allergic to saying smart stuff.
Come, playtime is over.
Okay, so we can play as Kelsey, who's got a blunderbuss and levitate, or Egan, who has a magic longbow and a ground slam. I'm gonna be honest, gun.
Let's do this thing!
Ready to fight.
Can't wait! Let's do it!
Good to go.
Actually, I'm gonna go Egan. His voice is slightly less problematic for me. Her voice hits the upper register that actually becomes grating for me for whatever reason. Okay, so objective, currency, loadout bar, perfect. Do you want help with the basics? No. I'll figure it out.
That is definitely not an Order rift.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you I knew that, but I didn't.
You are correct, Kelsey. That rift is different. Quickly, get traps placed and stay on the move. I will instruct you further when I can.
How do we hear her when we can't see her?
Telepathy, genius. Now, let's try out these traps for real.
Okay. Do I want help with the inventory? Oh, cool. So I could actually use the blunderbuss if I wanted to. Well, I don't have anything else anyway, so let's go.
All right. Now or never.
Hopefully you can switch the bow for the gun. Looks like I can.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates. They've broken through a gate.
I like this. I'm not sure if I like the characters sassing each other. I don't think I need that level of, like, sass, I guess is the real answer. Gameplay is pretty smooth. Like, if you were to tell me that I'm playing this on Stadia, I wouldn't notice. It's a little blurry. That's the only, like, notable thing I could potentially say about this.
Deadly.
More enemies on the way.
I'm very glad that they did end up making an Orcs Must Die 3, though. It's one of those where it's like, I might actually have to turn this game further down. I just could not get into Unchained, no matter what I did. In the MOBA version or the, like, kind of not MOBA version, it just always felt really bad to me. Like, it wasn't balanced so that you as a hero could actually do too much, and all your traps felt weirdly weak, too. This feels much more balanced for what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Can I do anything? Nope. Alright. Back to excessive spikings.
This will catch him off guard.
Let's get some more of these.
More
Yeah, they're only
enemies
coming
on
from
the
this
way.
direction, so there's that. Yeah, it's already blurry. YouTube compression is going to kill the footage. We'll see. I find blurry footage, blurry things tend to actually be better. Oddly enough. Because YouTube's just like, well, it's already busted. Who cares? And I was like, alright, sure. Works for me. I keep expecting to see, like, an orc go by on the right side, and I'm like, oh, whoops. I missed a spot. The answer is, not so much. Not so far. But yeah, I really tried to get into Unchained, even when they, like, went free to play. Interestingly enough, they actually still owe me money for it. I, like, sent the invoice off, but I guess they never received it, and I was, like, too small of a YouTuber to call them out for it. And then they almost shut down as a company, so I was just like, this isn't worth it. Okay. I'm just gonna have an endless amount of these.
An orc stopper.
Yeah, can you raise your mic? Can hardly hear you. Yeah, I noticed that. It's very loud. Let's turn this down to, like, 70%. The cutscene was fine, but the actual gameplay is just too loud for me.
More enemies on the way.
Let's see. Were there subtitles? Oh, closed captioning. Why do games have that default to no? I never get it. Subtitles should be like default on no matter what. Like when paid games become free to play. Always pisses me off. The other sad thing is it almost never works. I mean, maybe it did. Maybe it did actually work out, and these guys actually managed to make a decent amount from Orcs Must Die Unchained. But everything I heard about it was very much like, it wasn't really that great, but they didn't really have a choice but to support it because they didn't have the budget to make any more. It's not immersive to have CC on by default. It's dumb. Hopefully this still has the trap upgrade system with skulls. I always enjoyed that.
Who's next?
There we go. Alright, so we do get skulls? Alright, gravity pillar. Lifts enemies up in the air depending on their weight and drops them. No, I don't need spellbook help. Okay, so we can get the blade staff, brimstone floor, ceiling pounder, confusion flower, dart spitter. I like the dart spitter. Historically, that one's been pretty fun for me. There's the grinder, which actually works really well if you use barricades. There's the flip trap. Speaking of, where are barricades? Do they not count? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have to complete Hidden Dock to unlock it. Okay, well in that case, what about Oil Slick? Do we have that? We got Ripsaws. Looks like they brought back a lot of the familiar favorites, plus added a couple ones. Window of Butterflies is totally new. Okay, there's Tar Trap. In that case, I'm just gonna get the Dart Spitter. That way we get some floor, some ceiling coverage. And then let's go back. Arrow Wall deals fire damage. Oh, so we can upgrade them. So it looks like the basic level upgrades don't seem to change too much. It just increases damage. Reduces cooldown, though. Let's grab that. I want to have these be short. Hey, and you can refund upgrades. I like that. This is what a sequel should feel like, not just I know that just like I know the drill already. What's good, but what's new? Yeah, exactly. Like I don't feel like
Sorceress is really tossing us into the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, it's way more intense than the usual training sessions.
This is not part of your training. There's something different about these new rifts. Every war mage in the Order is investigating.
Finally, we get to be real heroes like Maximilian.
I will settle for you two staying alive and keeping the orcs out of the rift.
Let's see.
That's the stuff.
Which was a little bit easier to see where some of these are supposed to go. Okay. That'll have to do for now. We've got another one over there, too. But yeah, I really appreciate the fact that they're just letting me skip all the tutorials. I don't need to see them. No, I can't open that up. Oh, that's fine. But yeah, the gameplay is solid. It feels good. It's a little bit more realistic than the last two, but only mildly. Gameplay is super solid, and I don't know. This is what I've been wanting for quite some time, actually. Let's see. Let's just get a bunch of spike traps. Seeing as I went bananas upgrading them, let's sell these.
Should be good. Let her rip.
There we go. That's a good kill box. This should work.
More enemies on the way.
Ah.
The enemy army is attacking.
They are coming from the other side.
Look out.
Well, I'll make it work.
Again.
Aim for the face. Okay. I'm trying very hard to get that headshot.
All set.
More enemies on the way.
Okay. That'll have to do at least for now. Gotta keep an eye on that mini-map. Make sure they don't get by. What are the bow upgrades? You know what? I didn't even look at that. Ooh. Okay. Now the Stadia's starting to act up a little bit. It doesn't help that I'm streaming this game. I can only imagine that makes everything considerably worse. It's kind of hard to actually get them in the head there.
Well, all right.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yeah, it looks like many of them are kind of set to path past a couple of these. I don't want to make the most of that if I can. Okay.
More enemies on the way.
There we go. I'm curious if the shotgun's fun. Yeah, I should probably take a look at it. Maybe I should have actually made, like, one heck of a kill box. The other direction. Alright. There we go. Wow. Okay, that helps with groups. Yeah, you gotta aim a little high if you want a headshot. I'm noticing that the character's fire does not actually match the reticle very well. That's fine. Okay, what else we got? Is that worth it? I don't know. Hard to say.
More enemies on the way.
Okay. I'm in a fairly decent spot, so I can probably just chill. We might want to get those ceiling dart traps, but they trigger very slowly.
Entering the
Well,
rift.
that's bad. Yeah, I'm trying to get the headshot, but it ain't triggering. Yeah, I probably should have focused more of my kill box. I should have spent more money, actually. Not the greatest, but we get some bonus skulls just for doing things. Let's see. Hey, we get the tar trap, finally. Let's see, increases slow. Tar trap is probably my favorite. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I can also just upgrade these. So reload speed, primary rate of fire. Ooh, refund item upgrades. Oh, I can do it on a per basis. Okay, let's refund that. Get a little bit more. Or here. Let's actually use this shotgun. Seeing as I was asked about that, we'll see if it's any good. Yeah, tar traps and barricades are like the two primo things that I need.
If only the oldest living war mage can open rifts, wouldn't that mean...
Yes, Kelsey. The oldest is Master Cygnus if he is still alive. But why would Master Cygnus open rifts for orcs to pass through from other worlds?
I know rifts provide magic, but this magic is not a positive force.
Keep the orcs at bay. I must travel elsewhere for answers.
Great. We fight the bad guys, she takes a vacation. It's cool.
Wow, I don't remember tar traps being this expensive. Let's see. That'll have to do for now.
Get it.
Oh, right, I was gonna do the... it's fine. I was gonna do the shotgun. Garrett, let's just do retry real quick. I want to try the shotgun. Let's see, thought the shotgun was girl only.
If
Nope.
only the oldest living war mage can open rifts, wouldn't that mean...
Yes, Kelsey. The oldest is Master Cygnus if he
Oh.
is still alive. But why would Master...
Apparently, I can't. Okay. Let's see. So yeah. Apparently, the weapon is locked to the character. That's silly. I don't like that. Well, it's fine. Let's try this again. Ah, can't swap weapons until you finish the campaign. Gotcha.
Sorcerer,
Okay.
if only the oldest
skip
living
this
war
area.
mage can open rifts, wouldn't that mean...
Yes, Kelsey. The oldest is Master Cygnus if he is still alive. But why would Master Cygnus open rifts for orcs to pass through from other worlds?
I know rifts provide magic, but this magic is not a positive force.
Keep the orcs at bay. I must travel elsewhere for answers.
Great.
Oh, you're right.
Fight the bad guys,
So I just can't
she takes a
unequip my
vacation.
bow. That's the
It's
real
cool.
answer.
They've
Well, I'll
broken
make do
through
with
a
these.
gate.
So yeah, I can still use the shotgun. I just have to give up my bow.
There are enemies in our rift room.
Okay. Shotgun is
That's gonna sting.
definitely good for
Enemies
mowing
at the
through these
rift.
guys. Okay, I don't have enough. It's fine. We'll be okay.
More enemies on the way.
Man, these little dudes are so fast.
Those are kobolds. They'll also set off our traps.
man, they're hardly slowed by tar. Okay. So I think...
They're almost there.
Oh, they don't turn the corner. It's just this. Okay. Yeah, you really have to aim up if you actually want to get them in the head.
I'm feeling this one.
Okay. That'll have to do. And maybe some spring traps or some other things, but I think really what I want is...
attacking on another front. Watch out! Our enemies are broken through again.
Let's see, what I really want are barricades, so I can actually start doing some very light mazing. Oh, I see. Costs mana to actually fire the grenades. I got it. Still probably worth it, but I think there's other abilities that I could spec into if I wanted to for that AoE. I think there was like a fire amulet or something that you could... Or is it a bracelet? It was a bracelet that would do like a decent fireball and I wouldn't have to... 32 like full weapons around. Because I can't imagine that's as efficient. They're definitely a lot more animated now. I'm noticing there's like a lot more wobble to the enemy animations, which I'm digging. Makes it a lot harder to get the headshots.
Anyone else? I hope that works.
Yeah, let's just get a bunch.
All good.
More enemies on the way.
Let's see. Why so many tar traps? I thought you said it didn't last long. So they might have changed it, or maybe I always misunderstood how tar traps worked. But there's two ways tar traps can go. Either it only slows you as long as you're in the tar trap, or it slows you for a little bit afterwards. And I think it's an upgrade that you have to pick if you want it to actually last past. I could be wrong. Yeah, with upgraded tar trap, you can get it to last 1.5 tiles. Gotcha. Well, the ceiling dart traps are certainly doing work. Great for kind of chipping down the kobolds. And it definitely seems like pacing it is working better for me. Alright. So far, so good. There we go. I will say playing as, was her name Kelsey? Probably would have been a better idea, but is what it is. Okay.
More enemies on the way.
Yeah, looking good.
Gonna go kind of over aggressive with some of these dart spitters. There we go. Oh, so the charge shot with the arrow does not actually cost... I see, the quick shot does. But the long charge does not cost mana. Or as much. Useful to know. Let's see. At least I can get it charged and have it, there we go. Oh.
Enemies at the rift.
Nope, that didn't work. Trying.
They're almost there.
Nope.
We did it.
Wasn't a problem. Okay, charge does, it's just not as expensive. Gotcha. Alright, so let's upgrade. What did we... Oh, did we unlock any new traps? Yes, healing trinket. Not really that helpful. At least not for what I'm doing. Okay. So I'll probably skip out on the blunderbuss. Secondary fires burst in straight line. Primary attack bleeds enemies hit. Yeah, it's worth it. Okay. So enemies remain slowed for a brief time. And, yeah, but we gotta get more of that. They take increased damage on fire traps. Let's see, how much more do I have? Got 12. Dart Spitter. Increases damage, deals ice damage, increased duration. Not bad. Let's take a look at Arrow Wall. Fire damage. Pierce enemies dealing damaging an additional target. Tempting. You know what? Considering these are my bread and butters, let's just give them the basic upgrades. I have no idea if there's a difference between arcane or lightning. I'm going to stay away from the spike traps just because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have enough currency to buy them all. So I guess let's just go fire damage so they do more, and we'll go from there. If I tried the gravity pillars yet? No, I shouldn't.
So, do
Hi.
you think the sorceress will be back soon?
We're doing pretty well on our own.
Hey, Kelsey, how do you know so much about rifts and the Order?
I study all the time, Egan. I like to know all the answers.
Then tell me why glue doesn't stick to the inside of the tube.
That's so dumb. Okay, so this looks kind of dicey. Because they're going to open up on both sides.
Uh-huh. Deadly.
Let's see. I'm just going to do that. At least for now. And then I'm probably going to get closer and shoot them myself. A lot of these maps definitely seem like they would be best played co-op. Having just one more person to just kind of hang out.
They have pretty long-range attacks.
Yep. I remember from the simulations.
Let's see. Now, I don't remember if we have, like, a natural health regen. Or how it works exactly. I think what we might want to do is just invest in a bunch of just random dart spitters all over the place. And just kind of decentralize my defense. Okay, well, looks like that just killed him. Alright, so let's run to the other side real quick. Looks like I get tons of money. Just by kind of being here. So I'm just gonna do that. Because they're gonna have to get through, like, a number of these random spots.
That'll work.
And so I want to hit them where I'll be able to hit all of them simultaneously. Okay, I guess that's all my money.
Let's go.
Oh, I got another slot, so I guess I have the healing bracelet no matter what. Well, that's easy.
Enemies are attacking on another front. Look out! Our defenses have been breached again.
Your defenses are terrible. Like, I'm noticing I'm getting a lot of these, like, you know, our defenses have been breached again. And it's like, you just have a gate. Go figure they're being breached. Put some traps outside, you dingus. Alright, this somewhat decentralized defense seems to work better. No strict kill box, just make it real bad for everybody that passes through. Just kind of slowly.
One for Team Order.
Okay. It's... that it? Yeah. So let's pop over to this side real quick.
Now that's an orc stopper.
I just want to kind of spread the love a little. Because I'm not going to be able to focus both sides particularly well. I will be able to a little bit if I hang out here-ish.
More enemies on the way.
Kobold's certainly unappreciated here. Yeah, what I should probably do is just hang out at the end and wipe out whatever stragglers remain. Though it looks like they're coming at me in waves, so maybe it won't be so bad. Yep, actually this ain't so bad. Is it just me or the archery sounds like they have less of an impact than they used to? Maybe I'm entirely wrong on that one. But it's a very mild, like, twang. I guess it makes sense. You can't have it be a particularly aggressive noise. Otherwise, it's going to get kind of hard to listen to. There we go. All right. Let's see.
Should be good.
More enemies on the way.
So far, kind of good.
Hey!
And yeah, we've got a decent number of these traps. I don't know if I can get these things to pierce as well, but if I can, that'd be lovely. Okay, they're coming on both sides now. But only barely. And not particularly aggressively either. There we go. Got it. Just barely.
Yeah, looking good.
Can I sell these? No.
Hope that works.
There we go. Less effective than I was going for there. That's fine. And just shooting straight over his head.
I'm getting the hang of
Alright,
this.
we good? We got like one more.
That's the stuff. I'm feeling this one.
What are our chances of
Let her rip.
getting kobolds? Or catching the kobolds with some of these?
More enemies on the
Not
way.
as good as I'd like it to be. Oh, I never put any defenses over here. That would make sense why so many make it past that, like, initial room. Hello. I've probably been missing out on those. Hello. Yeah, the kobolds are just a little bit of a problem. I don't have an easy way of dealing with them. Once we get barricades and we can properly maze, it won't be so bad. I might have to go against what I was gonna say. I might actually have to do like a series on this, even while it's in its kind of limited and flawed form, and then come back for a co-op series when it's like done. That might actually not be a terrible idea. Gosh, I can't hit those guys for beans. How are we doing on the other side? Doing okay. I'll head him off the other direction. Oh, right, there's the sprint. I can go fast. I go fast. Because, yeah, I definitely want to play this co-op. I'm not going to be able to convince another person to play on Stadia. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I don't think it's worth it. Probably could have actually convinced my brother. Thinking about it. Oh, well. This is a game where it pays to be a spawn camper. Yup. Tower defense games, I don't know why I'm playing so many of them this year.
On the way.
There's just something really joyous about them.
Yeah, looking good.
Like, spawn camping, yes, but a lot of them have different flavors, too. I'm actually really surprised at both how well-served the genre has been. I used to thought it was, like, one of the least well-developed genres, but I think the answer is no, it's just very sluggish. There's some really great tower defenses out there, it's just, there's so few and far between. But so many of them are actually quite unique, so I guess it's not actually worth bemoaning that much. Did I hear a job's done? I'm pretty sure I did. The little dudes are a problem. Because, yeah, I've been playing Creeper World lately. There's Sanctum. There was... What game was I just playing? Core Defense. There we go. There's got to be a bunch more that I'm forgetting here. Okay. Thank you. There we go.
Well, all right.
Yeah, Retropolis? Yeah, kind of Retropolis. Retropolis is sort of a tower defense. It counts. It's a weird one, but it counts. Okay, let's see. So I wanted to take a look at tar trap. Nope. Right, because I didn't use a whole lot of tar traps there, so go figure I don't have many. Hey, we got barricades. Alright, so this is a pretty good stopping point, so I'll just kind of cut ahead for a little bit while I just do whatever. But, so, I think I lied to myself and I lied to everybody else. I'm gonna have to play more of this. Orcs Must Die is one of my favorite series ever, and I absolutely want to play more of this game, and I'm not going to be able to wait. All things considered, not terribly disappointed with
Whoa.
Stadia. I still think it's too early, and I don't think anybody needs it. I think Stadia would have been a good additional service that you could get as part of like the Xbox Games Pass or whatever, or the Microsoft Games Pass.
That's how it goes.
But like as a standalone service, it works fine. Most people don't need it, and the quality isn't quite there. I've got pretty top tier internet, and it still gets fuzzy on me a little bit. But like it plays well. I only noticed a little bit of actual input delay on lag, which is quite impressive. I thought this was going to be a mess, but no, it works fine. I think it's currently unmarketable. This is the virtual boy of streaming services. I know there's PlayStation Now and like a couple other ones, and I'm sure they're great too. But I just don't think it has a place in the world currently. Most people just don't have the internet for it. And honestly, from my perspective, the slight quality loss is actually unacceptable, and I don't like the idea of playing a slightly subpar, slightly fuzzy version of a game that I could just own and install on my computer that is perfectly capable of playing this.
Okay,
Maybe someday, but probably not for a very long time, and probably never for me. But, Stadia aside, I really like this game. It's everything I loved about Orcs Must Die 1 and 2, and I truly have no complaints about the core gameplay loop. It's just so good. And we haven't even seen some of the cool modes. There's war modes that have even more orcs and some really big traps. And I can't wait to show those off. So, like I said, I think I'm going to have to turn this into a full series. I will be back when the game actually comes out, too, because I'll want to play this in co-op, because there's no way I'm convincing anybody else to get a Stadia subscription. I don't even know how it works. I just know it works for me, and I'm not going to look further into it, because I'm not really going to try and advertise this service. Neat idea, but I'm really here for Orcs Must Die 3, and so I'm going to do a full series now, and then we'll be back for a co-op series when this game fully comes out. So with that, if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. Helps more than you know. And if you want to see more, stick around and hit subscribe, because I've got a full series in the works, and then we'll be back for a co-op series later. I'm going to keep saying that because it's a promise to myself, because I want to play this game co-op. It's so good. It's so good. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.